everybody, and welcome to week 9, day 2. So, you might remember seeing this book a couple of days ago. We read it together, and at the time I said it wasn't in my packet, and I expected it to be, but it wasn't. And that's because it was in week 9, day 2, which is now a few days later. But you can read this book together now by yourself, and you could circle the word come and underline the word does when you see it in the book, just to practice those FAFSA snap sight words. But I'm going to move on since we already did that, and we are going to focus on our long vowels, the A silent E pattern, and then next time we will focus on the O silent E pattern. And what we're going to do is, I have a story here, and it's called Nate and Pam, and that's the title. But I'm going to start with the reading pages, and each time we find a word that has the A letter silent E pattern, then we're going to write that word. And we're going to write it on a piece of our list paper. So if you have one of these, you can go get it. You can stop the video and go get it. And while we read, we're going to look for those long A silent E pattern words. And then we'll write them on this page. So let's start reading. Nate and Mom can name it. Now I know that you see a couple of words that might have the A silent E pattern. I see one right here, N-A-T-E, Nate. And if you hear that long A sound, you might want to check that word to see if it does have the A consonant silent E pattern, and then write it on your list. We're going to go through it once, and then you can go through it again if you want to and see if you can find them on your own. Name. I hear long A, and I'm going to check the spelling. There's A, there's another letter, and there is silent E, so I am going to write name also. There's a little bit of glare on our paper today, but we'll just have to work with that. Name is A, N-A-M-E. It's a good idea to say those letters as you read them. Okay, let's see if we have one on this page. Pam and Dad came to it. I heard the long A, came. This must be Pam and her dad, and they came to the little horse. And let's look at the letters, C-A-M-E. So let's go ahead and write that word, C-A-M-E. And I'm noticing that that pattern is the same as name. It kind of sounds like same. So these must be rhyming words. Name, came, because this part is spelled and sounds the same. Same. Okay, let's turn the page. Let's see if we find any more. Nate and Pam can tame it. That means they make it less wild. They make it so that they can be near it like a pet almost. We already did the word Nate. I'll just put a little check there. We already did it, so that's the second time we saw it. Tame. We have not seen tame, and so let's check the spelling. T-A-M-E, tame. Let's write tame. T-A-M-E, tame. And this also has the A-M-E for the pattern, so name, came, and tame are all rhyming words. I can tell you the next one I am seeing on the next page is not a rhyme, but I want to see if you can find it. Pam can pat the mane. The mane is the hair on the neck of the horse. Mane. And let's check the spelling. M-A-N-E. And that has the long A sound. I can hear it. A. So let's write that one. M-A-N-E. Mane. All right, well, we have found 5 words with the long A pattern. Let's see if we can find another one. Oh, we're already to the last page. So let's read. We'll just leave that one over there. Here we go. Nate and Pam can tape it. Well, we already did Nate, and oh my goodness, we saw it 2 more times in the book. And is there a long A word? And Pam can. Those all have a sound. So those are not our long A words. Tape. I hear A in tape. T-ape. T-A-P-E. Let's write that word because that definitely has a long A. T-A-P-E. Tape. And that does have a long A sound. And they're taping up a picture that they drew of their horse. So those are some long A words. We made a list. I'd like you to read those as often as you can just to practice the long vowels for a little while. We'll go back to short vowels next week to practice those. But let's practice our long vowels again this week.